Bacon shopping fail. They were out of the bacon I usually buy yesterday and I was in a rush. I saw something for almost the same price, grabbed it. It's 8 ounces. I usually buy 12 ounces. Not that this is a bad bacon. It is a good bacon. But definitely a smaller package. Bacon fail. Little coconut 2-egg unbread. Some bacon and some mate. These things are addicting. Afternoon. About 1 o'clock. I'm just heating up some of that leftover chicken breast, roasted chicken. A little bit of butter, just sliced up in a pan. So much better than microwaving it. That's about it. I don't think I'll have anything else for lunch. How's your day going? Gotten a bunch of things done, but my to-do list won't shrink. What do you do? Can I help you? These guys have a thing for chicken. Watch. We're actually getting rain. Oh wait, we're getting hail. I don't know if you can see it. Yesterday I talked about going over some of the backstory as to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what is paleo. I've been throwing around words that I really haven't defined. So let's go ahead and take this in 3 parts. Today we're going to discuss what is paleo. What is it to me and why am I using that term? If you pull up an internet description of what paleo is, you're going to get probably a definition along the lines of the Paleolithic era, looking at humans in a hunter-gatherer society, the fact that we've been evolving for a couple of million years, and that agriculture has only been around for about 10 to 20,000 years, so that we have turned into a grain-based society that we were not evolved to consume so much of. I believe this has a lot of truth to it. I subscribe to that on some level, but to me, paleo has actually become more of a broader term. To me, paleo is not only being aware of what you eat, what you put into your body, but also being aware of the movements and your activities and the environment you live in, and as well your mental state, who you are as a person and how you make your decisions. So to me, that is what I define paleo more as. Kind of in the personal growth food, traditional food line. Paleo to me on the food front would mean that I am gluten-free 100%. Part of that is for health reasons. I'll go into that later, but I do believe gluten is one of the worst grains of them all, so I pretty much make that 100%. I'm low grain and low carb. I do occasionally have some starches like potatoes. Tonight I'm having some sweet potatoes. I find myself to be very dairy aware. I'm not dairy free. I do eat butter. I do find that some dairy does affect me, so I am dairy aware. I don't eat anything but butter at this point in time. I may give up butter for a couple of months, see how that does for me, but I feel like dairy is one of those questionable products that you need to be aware of. I do eat some nuts and some seeds, but I keep those minimal because they do have inflammatory issues as well. Something similar to what the dairy does. I don't eat any processed items, chemicals. I really try and keep everything fairly simple. Meat, veggies, nuts, seeds, eggs, and some fats, healthy fats. So that's what paleo on the food front means to me. Additionally, on the sort of activities in my day-to-day life, I try and stay moving. But I don't believe that it has to be some prescribed exercises every day. I just feel that keeping the body moving, things like yoga, walking, hiking, nothing that I have to obsess over. I just stay moving. Try and surround myself in a healthy environment with healthy people. I try and minimize as much as I can in my environment, keep the clutter down. These are all things to me that step back into I'm being conscious of what's around me. Lastly, there's the mental awareness. I think that making conscious decisions where you have not only researched it, you may have experimented with it from a personal standpoint, whatever that might be, you've made a conscious decision about whatever you're going to choose, whether that's food or work or an activity. Becoming aware of yourself and that you have an impact on everything around you, your happiness, every emotion you have, that is something you have control of. That is a big part to me. It's less about just saying, oh, I'm going to eat based on some definition of evolution. Paleo to me is more about conscious living through a combination of historical evidence, current research that basically proves some of the stuff that we're finding, and personal experience. I got here through a series of events over 6 or 7 years. I'm going to go over that tomorrow, how I ended up getting here. But paleo is a term that I really wish would get modified into something else, and if I had a good idea, I would come up with it. You'll see a lot of debate in the paleo community over what is paleo. So for now, I'll use the term throughout my vlogs. Now you know a little bit about paleo and what I refer to when I talk about that. Tomorrow we'll talk about how I got here. I'm making dinner now. Let's see, what do we got? I'm trying to get through some lettuce that's really bad. I'm going to take, this is Kansas deer. I'm going to make some grilled lettuce burgers. I had some leftover sweet potatoes that I'm currently making into sweet potato fries. I went over a lot of stuff a little bit ago. I'll put some information down below, just a quick list of everything that I went over, just so you, in case you want to reference it, since I tend to ramble on. Grilled deer guacamole burgers on lettuce with very dark sweet potato fries. I have to give the deer burgers a thumbs up. The guacamole, I think, is what did it. Normally I do avocado. Guac plus. Deer burgers had salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne in them. That's it.